The episode starts with Anjali recalling her past. She tries to speak out but fails. Seeing Anjali struggle, Artie asks what happened. Padma says Anjali might be remembering her past. Artie questions what she means. Padma explains that Aman truly loved Anjali, and she might be recalling those memories. Ganesh then receives a call from Yuvraj, who asks if he remembers his voice. Ganesh asks who it is. Yuvraj reveals he is the one who killed his son and warns that he will kill him soon as well. Ganesh tells Artie about the threatening call. Artie checks the phone number and finds it belongs to Aman Singh Rajput. She thinks someone connected to the Rajput family must have made the call since only they had Aman's number. Artie suspects it could be Abhay, Raghav, Vaibhav, Bhajan, Chandraman, Yuvraj, Pratap, or Uday. Looking at Aman's photo, Artie vows to get justice for him. Ved calls out to Callie. Callie asks what happened. Ved angrily confronts her, saying she sent goons to kill Artie. Callie pretends not to know who Artie is. Ved shouts at her, asking if she has gone mad. Callie hugs Ved and says she likes him and cannot tolerate him taking another woman's name. Ved pushes her away, reminding her that Artie is the one who got them married, yet she is now plotting to kill her. Ved calls her ungrateful. Callie replies that she will always remain grateful to Artie for arranging their marriage, but this Artie is different. She says Artie is Ved's mistress and vows never to forgive her. Artie recalls Ved's words. Padma comes to her and asks why she is sitting outside at night, reminding her that Anjali also needs to be fed. Artie agrees to come but questions Padma about Yuvraj's marriage with Mehek. She says Padma once loved Yuvraj, so doesn't she feel bad? Padma says it is the past, and she doesn't want to think about it, then leaves. Ved later calls Artie and asks her to file a complaint at the police station. He also asks if she and her family are safe. Artie replies that she will fight her father's case and take care of her family, and tells Ved not to worry about her. Ved confesses that he loves her deeply and can never accept Callie as his wife. Just then, Callie snatches the phone from Ved and warns Artie not to break her marriage, threatening to burn her and her house. Artie retorts that she knows they are connected with the Rajvangshi family and accuses them of trying to kill her. She vows not to spare the people responsible for her mother's suffering and her father's death. Artie warns Callie not to interfere, or she will drag them all to court. She cuts the call. Callie then tells Ved to trap Artie with fake love and stop her from going to court. Otherwise, the Rajvangshi, Thakur, and Rajput families will be ruined. She reminds Ved to only pretend to love Artie. Later, Callie meets Raghav's family. She shocks everyone by asking Raghav to adopt her. Abhay asks what she means. Callie replies that she wants respect from her husband and others, and only adoption can give her that right. Abhay asks what help she wants. Callie confidently says they need her help and only she can save them. The episode starts with Callie saying to the Rajput family that only she can save them. Callie says she will put Ved in front of Artie to save them. Callie says beside Ved she will not listen to anyone. Raghav says there is another person that Artie will listen to and says it is Anjali. Abhay asks Raghav why is he talking about Anjali as Anjali is paralyzed. Callie asks the Rajput family to leave all these things. Callie asks the Rajput family to prepare for wedding registry. Callie says to Rajput family that her marriage has happened with Ved, but it hasn't been registered, and says if someone applies in the court that her marriage with Ved is false, then she needs some kind of proof to prove that Ved and Callie's marriage is real. Callie complains to Rajput family about Ved always saying that he loves Artie. Callie later leaves from there. Padma tries to convince Artie to break off Ved and Callie's marriage, as Ved only loves Artie and Ved's marriage with Callie is false. Artie says to Padma that she can't do that as she is the one who has done Ved's marriage with Callie. Artie says Ved's marriage with Callie is a kind of repentance for him. Padma comments on it. Padma calls Ved and says to Ved that she already told him that his marriage with Callie is false and asks Ved to think about it. Padma also says Artie loves him and asks Ved to talk to Artie. Padma makes Artie talk to Ved over the phone by swearing on her. Ved says to Artie how much he loves her. Artie asks Ved not to talk to her about love as he has done his first night with Callie, and he also drew her painting. Ved says to Artie that he never drew Callie's painting and says Callie was in front of him but he drew Artie's painting. Callie overhears their conversation. Callie comments on Ved as he is sharing about their first night with some stranger. Callie takes the phone from Ved and talks to Artie over the phone, saying what Ved has said isn't the truth and says she will say the truth. Callie says to Artie that he will explain to her how Ved has done first night with her. Callie comments on Artie as she is calling Ved behind her back. Artie says she hasn't called Ved, but it was Padma. Callie comments on it and cuts the call. Callie hugs Ved and says to Ved that if he wants to go to Artie, then he can go, and she will also stand it if he wants to spend time with Artie. Callie says she has a condition that Artie should not go to court to prove that Callie and Ved's wedding is false or for Amon's murder, as his name will also come in Amon's murder, and he will go to jail and she cannot stand it. Ved asks Callie if she is really sending him to Callie. Callie says yes. Ved agrees and leaves from there. Callie thinks Ved will stop Artie from going to court, and within a few days her marriage with Ved will happen, and it will be registered, then no one can separate her and Ved. Artie says to Anjali how much she loves Ved and complains to Anjali about Padma telling Ved that she loves him and comments on it. Padma comes to Artie and comments on Artie as she is suffering by staying away from Ved. Artie comments on it. The episode starts with Padma reminding Artie that Ved loves her so madly that he even changed himself for her. Padma makes Artie swear on Anjali and asks her to say that she doesn't love Ved. Artie remains silent. Padma questions her. Silence, but Artie replies that she doesn't want to love anyone. She says her only goal now is to catch Amon's murderer and help Anjali stand on her own feet. Artie adds that she wants to see Anjali go to court and live a normal life. Ved is shown driving to Artie's house, thinking about her. Meanwhile, Artie looks at the love mementos Ved had given her and recalls their moments together. Ved arrives at Artie's house and finds her holding the snow globe he gifted her. Ved calls out to her and Artie looks at him. Elsewhere, Uday asks Callie what she is doing. Callie replies that she is putting everything on the line, even her husband. She says they are going to use Ved's love for Artie, even if it means arranging a fake marriage between Ved and Artie. Sonal asks Callie what she means and reminds her that Ved is her husband. Callie argues that everyone says her marriage is fake, but she will prove it real. She adds that since 2 wedding nights already happened with Ved, that should be enough proof. Raghav asks Callie to get Ved's signature on the marriage documents and promises to gather the evidence by hook or by crook. Callie angrily says that Ved should have gone to Artie by now, but if they cross the line, she vows to kill Artie. Nivedita confronts Callie and Raghav, criticizing them for their actions. She reminds Callie that Ved is her husband, yet she is pushing him towards her lover, who is none other than Artie, the woman who married both Ved and Callie. Nivedita calls Callie ungrateful. Callie warns her to watch her words and questions Raghav for staying silent while she is being insulted despite sacrificing everything. Vibha steps in and tells Nivedita to stay quiet. He says Callie is the daughter-in-law of the Rajiavanshi family and is protecting the honor of the Rajiavanshi, Rajput, and Thakur families. He asks Nivedita not to trouble Callie and reminds her that she herself is the daughter-in-law of the Rajput family. He warns her that Gaurav should not learn about their plans. Ved tells Artie that he is the one who gave her the snow globe. Artie asks why he has come and reminds him that he is already married to someone else. Ved explains that Callie sent him. He says Callie told him she would leave him, but in return, Artie has to fulfill a condition. Raghav praises Callie's plan. Callie proudly says that with this ploy, 3 birds will be killed with 1 stone. Artie asks Ved what the condition is. Ved tells her that she must withdraw from the case and bury the files she has with him. The episode ends. Precap. Callie dances with Ved at a party in front of everyone. Artie arrives, sees them dancing closely, and misunderstands Ved. Heartbroken, she leaves. Ved pushes Callie away and rushes after Artie. Later, an upset Ved drinks alcohol, loses consciousness, and Raghav, Uday, and others make him sign the marriage documents. Callie thinks the sindoor used in her marriage may be fake, but vows to prove that her marriage is real.